So I'm super excited to be here with my longtime friend, my client, an amazing artist, Misako Rocks.
Thank you so much.
And I want you first, because there's some people here who don't know who you are. Just tell me a little bit about who you are and what you do.
All right, so my name is Misako Rocks. Yes, and then I'm a manga comic artist from Brooklyn, New York. Everybody asks me how I got into manga. I mean, making a comic book. Well, actually, I never expected myself to be a comic artist at all. I wanted to be a puppeteer first. And then I noticed that the dream completely crashed. I thought my art style was good enough to be maybe the Lion King Broadway musical. I wanted to be in the Lion King Broadway musical, but couldn't happen. And then that time, maybe during the 2004 stuff, manga, anime got so popular in America. That's the time I got into, you know what, maybe I should try something completely different. So I even didn't go to art school at all. I'm a self-taught artist. And after that, I tried to just bring it to publisher. That's how I met you. That's a long time ago. I mean, you are the first publisher I met you. Then, it took a long time, but that's how I got into this manga comic business. Now, I'm working on new graphic novel series with you and the Macmillan publisher, Bounce Back, which is going to be out next fall. So I'm so excited. Plus, I'm a manga teacher. I teach, manga, how to draw manga, more about pretty much not just about manga. I think just about be who you are. Just forget about just perfectionist, just don't worry about what people think, just be who you are. It's kind of, in a way, not the therapist, but I feel like I kids' mind a lot, so I just teach that.
So, okay, take me back to where you were right before we started working together officially. So I about 2.5 years ago, I think, is when I started my own business as a publishing coach and consultant. I don't remember exactly when it was that I had the conversation with you, but I basically reached out to you and I was like, Misako, we've been friends for a super long time, but I'm starting this business and I really, really feel like we could have an awesome time working together. So tell me about where you were at the time when I sent that email to you. What was going on?
I even remember where I was that time because I was at the Bear Mountain.
Really? I didn't know that.
I was in a Bear Mountain. I was driving, with Christopher. Then I was so depressed because even before when I met you the first time, I worked so hard and I finally got the book deal and I published the book. I published the books more than 2-3 books in America. So I felt like, I'm an artist. I'm going to be a New York Times bestseller artist, but nothing happened. And it was really sad. I just felt like, what am I doing here? And, I had some idea to make a story for more younger age group. Because I think that time I was getting into teaching a little bit, but not all the way. So I just couldn't just even define who I was. I just feel like, am I an artist? Or am I trying to be a manga teacher? What am I doing? So it was really, I was in a low point. And then you reached me out. That's I said oh, let's do it right away. I even didn't think this, Janna, me, yes. Because even I asked you too, when you before you became a coach, I was even asking, Janna, why don't you become your own publisher, or why don't you become an agent so I can be a client? I think I asked you many times. So finally, time came.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I was like this, but I was so happy.
That's so awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay, now tell me, just describe some of what has happened over the past 2 years since we started working together.
oh my God, first of all, my thanks to you, before the big project, the teaching job got much more, I felt like a professional. Before I was I'm still teaching. I was more like, let's say, a tutor, or like just going to the personal, just a teacher. But now I feel like a more professional manga teacher, thanks to you, because you gave me the great platform, and you gave me all the strategy, how we should target those kids. Because I think it's really hard for the artist, including me, to look at the big picture, right? Because we look at just only what we have in front of it, and we just struggle. Like, oh God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? But you are like looking from, I guess, another angle, what I could do. Because in a way, I just feel like my ability, or like, in a way, just the strength more than I know myself. Because you look at me from, different angle. Right. So that's why it was really helpful. Every time I do something, I'm gonna try something new, I always remember what you told me, why am I doing this? I even wrote it down because you told me 2 years ago, write down why you are doing this. What's your motivation? I wrote it down with my brush pen. I put it underneath, my desk. And then just always look at the big picture, always. So now that's I think now it's my habit, thanks to you.
Yeah, those habits.
That was amazing. That's the first step, what we did. And then we got into the book making. So before I met you, I already had an idea about Bounce Back. But at the same time, I just felt like I didn't know my style yet. I feel like maybe I should change my style. Maybe I shouldn't do too many manga. Maybe I should go more a little simple. Or I was like just in a boat. I didn't know what to do. And then you told me pretty much just do whatever makes you happy, and just find your style. So I wrote it down, what am I good at it? And then the idea about Bounce Back getting so much like stronger and much more crystal clear. And then finally, thanks to you, we got an amazing book deal.
Yes.
Right? With Macmillan. 10 years! People! Because as an artist, it's so hard to come back.
Yeah.
In a way, in a self-rejection. First of all, I didn't believe myself for a long time. And, I published a book, 10 years ago, but I'm an artist. Like a weird pride and ego. So it was so hard to come back from the time. But after 10 years of this gap, the second another wave is coming to us.
Oh, yeah. How does it feel different than back when you were publishing in like 2007, right?
Yeah.
Tell me what the difference is between your publishing, how you feel about it and what you're doing as opposed to what you did back then.
Yeah. I think in 2007, my excitement or like just the passion was pretty much taking over myself. But now I feel like I'm more professional artist, and I'm looking at it as like, in order to make this book really successful, I can do from this way. And then, I don't know, I just feel like much calm, much calm than before. Because when I just published for the first time, it's like my baby. This is my baby, and I'm like gonna give every heart in it. I don't think about anything else. But now I look at the strategy, and if I do this, I know that eventually we're gonna get amazing feedback. So right now I feel like I'm much calm, and I exactly know how kids feel about every day, about their life and stuff too, because I teach all the time.
Right.
So everything just like so far coming together. This couple years teaching and going through all the like depression, I just feel like finally, what do you call paying forward or no?
Paying forward, yeah, paying it forward.
Paying it forward, that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like a much calm and a more professional attitude I have. I feel really confident. I don't even care what other people think anymore.
That's me. That's the best.
Yeah. I just before I just like, I took it personal.
Yeah.
You know, when some kids say like kind of mean thing about my book, just like yeah. When kids some kind of thing like yeah, all right, but I can kind of let it go now because I believe in it.
Yeah. Super, super. So your
Yes.
book is coming out in September of next year,
Yeah,
2021.
2021. Here, Janna, here.
Yay! That's the cover so far.
Yeah,
Well, that's the
yeah.
provisional cover. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and then tell me a little bit about how your whole manga teaching is changing and like what you're launching actually
Yes.
this week.
Yes. So my manga business, I mean, I'm teaching, you know, personal like private lessons, doing that 2 years, a couple years, and I'm teaching at Chapin Hewitt Girls School. But now I just feel like since my this teaching business getting really popular, waiting list all the time too. I just feel like I'm in the next level. I want to reach out not just to New York City, to the world, kids in the world, to the Misako Rocks world. I want them to be in it. So now I decided to launch new online community helping kids learn manga drawing. So I'm launching that website this week. And I'm going to give a 30 minutes free lesson this 28th so they can get the taste what this community is like. So I'm so excited. I just want to, I want to know what kind, kids from like where they're coming from. I want to see if they are new or if they have like a style already. So
and you told me that you already have people registered for that free class who are outside of the U.S., right?
Yeah, it's exciting. I saw some of them from Brazil.
Wow, that's
It's
so great.
really cool.
Yeah. So I guess just to wrap it all up, how are you feeling in general about your career right now?
Well, right now it's just like I need more than 24 hours every day. Every time I wake up right, 10 or I'm gonna start get work. Like I just get excited every day because I feel finally I appreciate, for all the work I did. Like I feel like it's moving forward. So yeah,
In fact, you even got tapped by a company to do influencer marketing for them. That was you never would have expected that before,
exactly.
right? I think that opportunities are flowing and it's amazing.
Yeah, what's up with the like it just so many things kind of happen at the same time.
Yeah.
But when you have like nothing happens. And then when this but still keep going, moving forward, and then finally like whoa, like people start giving me attention. It's just incredible. But at the same time I feel really appreciate, I just appreciate for whatever opportunity just comes to me.
Yeah.
And I just want to give a best to everything. So
That's
how
awesome.
I feel every day. But thanks to you though, Janna. Again, you're my controller, my PS4 or Xbox controller, action figure, like chin, kick, punch. That's how much you're my brain.
Yes. Oh, I don't know. I won't say that I'm your brain, but yeah, your helper coach.
Yeah, but definitely, like when I met you for the first time, and I lived in Wisconsin, and I called you, from Wisconsin. I was going through personal like crazy experience, and I called you, and you said like, "Hi, this is Janna Morishima. Oh, you're Japanese." That's the first thing I asked. And then I went to New York City from Wisconsin to just meet you. But that's how we met. It's just like you never know.
Wow, you never know. Yeah, life is just full of unexpected.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to stop. That's why I want to keep going. Whatever, just take us. Just keep going.
Yeah. So if people want to connect with you, where should they go?
Yes, please come to my website. No, Instagram.
Okay, Instagram. Yeah, I think that's
Misako Rocks.
Yeah.
And of course, you can check out my website too.
Yeah. And your learnmangawithmisako.com.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, please.
Okay. Thanks so much. I'm so excited for you.
Yay! Okay.
All right, we can stop.
Okay. Good.
That was great. Thank you so much, Misako.
No, thank you, Janna.